welcome back to another episode of Cheers to Health. Of course, you got to have me, that bad man, Brian Torres. And I got to have Omar, a.k.a. DJ O Skids Torres in the house. And we've got the champ himself, Alfred, the new IBC Light Heavyweight Champion, Ratcliff.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Yeah. Absolutely. Appreciate you for coming on, man. How are we feeling?
Feeling good, man. Feeling good. Just trying to enjoy the moment and soak it all in.
Absolutely, we're good. I see you got the whole team behind you. You got the support of the whole town of Guthrie and the whole state of Oklahoma. How's it feel?
It feels good, man. There's nothing better, especially like coming from here to be able to see how this town rallies behind me and supports me. It means a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So, Alfred, I want to talk a little bit about the fight, okay? How did you feel when you first, let's just say, how did you feel, going into the fight?
I mean, the nerves are always there, but I was always confident that I was going to win. I kind of just felt like that I wasn't going to let anything stop me. I've fought for a belt before, and I didn't go the way that I wanted to, so I made sure that I was prepared and that, he was going to have to kill me to beat me.
Absolutely. And I seen it in your eyes in there, man. So now when we're in the fight, how are we feeling inside the fight?
Great. I felt great. That's probably the best I felt in a long time.
Good. And I seen it was, it seemed like an emotional fight for you. There seemed to be some kind of, something inside you. I wouldn't say anger. I wouldn't say maybe it is animosity or something like that. What was going through your head in there, man?
Man, just a lot of different things. It was a big fight, a lot going on personally, but most importantly, my kids were there, and I wasn't gonna take a loss in front of my kids.
Absolutely. And that guy, man, like I said, he looked a lot bigger than you, and I'm sure he is. But I seen him trying to weight bully you a little bit, and Mr. Alfred here had to show him he's still lightweight to Mr. Alfred here.
Well, I mean, I figured that's what he was gonna do. Like, he weighed in at 160. Or 173, I weighed in at 167. But I mean, come day of the fight, he had to be all 200 pounds.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I mean, it was expected, and I had a good training camp, and I was working with heavyweights and bigger people, so I was used to taking heavy punches from big guys.
Yeah, that's true. You went up a couple weight classes. 3 weight classes. Sheesh.
Yes, sir. My last fight in July, I fought at 154 at super welterweight. This one was a light heavyweight, 175. So I went up 3 weight classes.
Yeah, which is just crazy. That's why I had to ask Alfred the other day. Hey, what's your walking around weight? And man, and how you just fight at these weights, no problem at all. Like I said, hats off to you, man.
Yeah, because I mean, we've been keeping up with you, even over here in Colorado, dude. Okay, and I was watching the last fight. And I was like, dang, this guy's still pushing. But going from that situation and climbing weight classes, what was your drive? Like, what was your motivation? Like, going in there and being like, because, okay, I got to think about, like, whenever I was riding bulls. I mean, dude, I got bucked off so many times. My confidence was down. And what was that thing that kind of boosted your confidence and made you get up there and keep pushing?
Well, number one was just my family and my children being present, but also just understanding that I didn't get put in this position for no reason, and people put me in this position because they obviously believed in me. So I felt like I owed it to them to, at the very least, give everything I had. And the way that the people in this city, they get behind me and they root for me, it means a lot. So that's my way of giving back to them.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, we're always going to be cheering you on, dude.
I appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.
I see you grinding, dude. I see you hustling.
Yes.
I see you with your community, getting them kids in there. Man, you're doing amazing, dude.
Thank you. I love it, man. I love it.
So
it's one of these things you can't do unless you love it.
Yes, sir. I'm going to go back to this fight just a little bit more here, okay? Because like I said, it was so entertaining, and I mean, just about everything happened in this fight, man. You name it, it probably happened here. So what was going on in that ring between you and I know you guys are fighting. I know it's a war in there, but I felt like there was more inside of that ring than what.
I believe it was just the fact that it was a fight and there was so much on the line that neither one of us were willing to. There was nothing neither one of us weren't willing to do to try to win, and sometimes we might have flirted with the rules a little bit, but we were going to give everything we have either way, you know. And regardless of how I feel or anyone else feels, shout out to my opponent, because to be at his age and to stand 8 rounds and to keep going like that, the dude was a dog.
No, absolutely, and that's why like I didn't want to say anything negative about him, because again he's got nothing but all the respect for me, because again he's in there with you and he's giving you that fight. He's giving us this performance, absolutely. So nothing but love for him. But it just seemed like it was a bit personal in that time.
I mean, to an extent, it's always personal, because when you step in there, you got to have the mindset that this person's trying to hurt me. No matter who's watching or what's going on, like, this person wants to hurt me at the end of the day. So I have to be willing to match that energy.
Absolutely, absolutely. And was this your first time getting tackled inside of the ring like that?
I think so.
Alfred caught him, and then the dude was trying to catch Alfred. I don't even know what he was doing, but yeah, it was awesome, man. Like I said, it was a really entertaining fight. People most definitely got more than what they paid for the tickets. It was a great show, man. I appreciate that.
And that means more than anything. I understand that, like, sometimes it's not easy to shell out money to come to these events, because sometimes it's not cheap. So when these people spend their hard-earned, because a lot of these people have families, they have life, and if you're willing to pay the money to come see me, I want to make sure you get your money's worth with the show.
And most definitely they did. I mean, this guy's a crowd pleaser. So for real, good job.
That's awesome, dude. That is great.
And then after the fight, was there any did you go out any what happens after the fight?
After the fight, usually I go out and I'll take pictures of the people and I'll speak with the people in the crowd, and then get my kids, go home, call it a night. I don't party or do nothing like that. I just go home, call it a night, and go back to my normal life. I'm back at work on Monday usually.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Oh man, I got 4 kids. I have to work.
Yeah. No, I hear you.
Gotta keep on keeping on. That's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Having that dad life.
It's
man,
the best.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's the best.
But how do you, I guess, separate that kind of, I guess, mentality? Because you're in there, you're competing. You want to see your kids, you know, be a champion. But there's also, you know, some kind of like lesson, I guess, going through that struggle that you did before. What kind of things would you teach your kids to like overcome some obstacles like you did?
Well, one thing is, like, especially my older kids, they've seen a lot of things that I've gone through, and they've seen me struggle. And I really don't let them come to fights a lot of times, because I know it's hard to probably see your dad get punched in the face. So when they came to this one, it was one of those moments where it's like, okay, we've seen my dad struggle. Now we're seeing my dad succeed. And if anything, I hope it instilled in them the motivation to be able to try to pursue anything they want to do in life.
Absolutely. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
So
And that goes for
other
anybody.
than you said you were going up against sparring, I'm guessing bigger dudes in preparation for this fight, and were you lifting heavier? Was there different changes in your nutrition? What kind of things did you do differently than you usually do?
So usually when I'm fighting, so one thing that I've learned, because I've been actually just saw a picture today that reminded me that, like, I've been in combat sports since 2016. It's been almost 10 years. So one thing I've learned is, like, I try to fight as close to my walk around weight as possible, so that way I don't have to cut as much weight, because cutting weight's really strenuous on your body. So usually when I have a fight, I try to manage the way that I eat, and I try to not eat as much. But I mean, for this fight, I try to put on as much weight as possible, because I was going up in weight classes. So it was just a lot of eating everything and lifting heavy every day. Just, I have a full weight set in my garage. While I'm watching TV, I'll stop, go lift a set, stop, go lift a set, doing different lifts all day, trying to make sure I target the whole body and get everything worked out, doing a lot of pull-ups and push-ups, just making sure I'm constantly working while I'm not working.
Yeah, it's a good way to do it. That's something that we need to tell because I was doing a thing talking about football season and how we're always, you know, just sitting around. There's ways to be more productive. And dude, that was perfect. Get up, you know, go run, do some squats, lift a little bit, and then come back. Boom, little rest.
Even while you're doing nothing. Even when you're sitting in here watching TV at night, go hit a set, come back, watch TV again. Get up, hit a set, come back again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially if you're going to be lifting heavier, you need more rest time in between anyways, because you got to recover, so you can hit that set just as good as last time.
Yes, sir. So, champ, what's next, man?
Train harder and be prepared for what comes with being in this position, because like they say, heavy is the head that wears the crown. So I assume everybody's going to be coming for me. So I just need to make sure that I'm always ready at all times and be prepared for whatever steps in front of me.
Absolutely. All eyes on you now, boss.
Yeah.
All
Yes,
eyes
sir.
on you.
That's exciting, man. It's
It's
exciting, but
very
then at
exciting.
the same time, it's like you got to be ready for anything. Yeah, it's like anybody.
It'll make you nervous, but at the same time, it is exciting. I'm privileged to be in the position, like I'm privileged to be able to have the stress that other people would have begged to be in this position.
Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Is there anybody specifically that you're looking at, or you have your eyes on?
Not really. I'm just kind of sitting back and waiting to see what comes, because I mean, really, that's kind of how it always is. Because I didn't ask to fight this person. This person wanted to fight me, and that's kind of how it always is. I'm signed to the promotion, so really, whoever they tell me I'm fighting, that's who I'm fighting, and
Yep.
I don't make a fuss about it. I just kind of take it as it is what it is, and this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's what me and Brian were kind of going over, and helping other people kind of see the realm of boxing. So maybe there's other boxers out there that are just not sure how to get engaged into the sport, into the certain events and stuff like that. Yeah, that's hopefully we find more ways to help people like that. So if there's issues with finding a venue or something like that, we talk to Mito Chui. I think Brian
We
was
were
talking
speaking about him earlier, Brian and I.
yeah. So
Yeah.
seeing if there's like any kind of opportunities where maybe we set up an event there and then just keep this thing rolling, dude, because I mean, it's entertaining. It could be, when we talked the first time, I remember we were talking about community and having people enjoying the events. It's a family deal. Like, that's what we want.
And that's one of the biggest things to me is like, yes, I'm in this ring fighting, but also like when I'm out there, I can see that like all the people that these events bring together, and it's special. There might be people out there who saw each other in 10 years, but they all come together for this one event. And there's a lot of love in the room, and you can feel it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's one thing I do love about it. I mean, it brings people that you haven't seen, and it brings the community back, man. I do love that. So yeah, that is really, really cool.
And have a community like this behind you, there's nothing better.
Yes.
Yeah, man. I see you. You got all kinds of support. That's awesome. I'm like, dang, look at that guy. Yes, I love it.
But it took time. It didn't, it took time and work, and it took people seeing the work being put in and seeing that, it's being taken seriously and not something that's being done just to be seen, Like Big Sean said, it took me 10 years to be an overnight success.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, I followed your journey for quite a while, and I'm sure a lot of folks have, man. So we've seen it all, and to see you where you are now, man, it's truly inspiring, man.
Thank you.
Everything to you, man. Congratulations on that.
I think we did our first interview 2 years ago.
Yes, sir.
Was it already 2 years? That's crazy. Yeah. And look at Alfred now. Come on.
Yes, sir.
We believed.
So,
yes.
Alfred, I got a question for you. So I might have asked you this before already, but what kind of advice would you give somebody like an aspiring young, hungry fighter who maybe is, trying to decide, should I keep fighting or should I keep, following this dream, or do I need to just do something different? What kind of advice would you give somebody just to stick it out?
If it's something you really believe in, stick with it, but understand that it's going to take a lot of work. Whether you want to do it or not, it's going to be a lot of work, and you're going to miss out on a lot. But depending on what your goals are, it could be worth it. Because, there's a lot of things that I miss out on, time with friends, time with family, but at the end of the day, I accomplished my goals.
Yep.
Yeah. That's
how bad do you want it?
That's one thing I remember growing up whenever I was riding bulls was, if you really want it, you're going to be sleeping, drinking, bull riding, or whatever it is. Because
it's going to be your whole life.
Whatever it is you want to do.
Yeah. You got to make it everything. If you really want to do this, you got to put in the work. It's not just going to come to you. You want to be better, you got to work.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Especially when you feel like you've made it farther than you thought, it's only going to get harder.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Especially where you're at, because the target's on your back
every day. It was before this.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I was thinking about that now that I'm a dad of 3, I'm not like you 4, so it's not as crazy, but still, kind of prioritizing everything and still coming up on top, dude. That's freaking awesome, man.
It's
'Cause,
tough and it's a
hey,
lot of work, but it's worth it. There's times where I might want to go do things and I can't, but at the same time, there's no better feeling than having my children watch me win a championship.
Yes, sir.
dude,
I have
you
4
ain't lying.
boys, so I'm sure that lit some kind of fire under their ass.
Yes.
It's like, that's my dad. I'm gonna be
Exactly.
one one
There's
day.
there's no better feeling than that right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, that's awesome.
That
I'm
is.
happy for you, dude.
Thank you.
Shoot, that's awesome. Doing great, dude. And the things that you do for the community as well. I mean, it's you promote everybody. I notice you on Facebook and stuff like that. You promote Guthrie and all the businesses around there, dude. It's amazing, man.
This is
You're
the
working.
best time to live in.
Yeah, look at that, dude. You're over here working, fighting, practicing, doing it all, being a dad,
Being a
and
champ. Being a champ.
man,
Come on, baby. So excited.
yeah. I feel like we're like super lucky to even have you on the pod, man.
I'm lucky to be here. I'm
Shit.
lucky that you guys have me here.
Always,
Oh,
man.
man.
It's always open to you, brother.
And man, we hope to keep doing things with you to help promote, other fighters to keep the, these events rolling. Cause I mean, we want that family, that community joy environment.
And that's the
Yeah,
plan is just
active.
not everybody who works under me like wants to pursue it to this extent, but there are some that do. So hopefully I can put them in a position to where they can be successful and be out there and they can get the spotlight
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
and
Yes,
they can make
sir.
a difference for their children or for their family, or they could be the one to overcome whatever demons they fight in their life to be the best that they can be through this sport that changed my life.
There you go. Wow, dude. Okay, I forgot to hit on one thing, okay? Because you've been doing all these things. You've been doing combat sports for almost 10 years. And, dude, what's one of the biggest things that has helped you recovery wise when it comes to training?
One of the biggest things that's helped me recover training wise,
Yeah.
um, I kind of just get up and do it. And
Yeah.
it's mental. I just tell myself
Yeah.
like it's gonna hurt. I'm gonna be in pain. I'm gonna hurt. But I'm just gonna get up and do it anyway. Because like there's a lot of days where I'm sore, I'm tired, I'm beat up. But I know that there's still things that I need to do. I still have responsibilities that I have to handle. We're gonna get up and we're gonna keep pushing through it, and I'll break when I break.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I did see something, and I don't know if I noticed it on the last fight, but this fight you didn't have your knee brace on. Do you wear that just whenever?
Well, honestly, over between the time I was a sophomore and 2017, I've blown both my knees out completely. And I kind of just got to a point to where I felt like I didn't need them anymore. Like they had become more of a crutch than anything. So it was more of a mental than an actual physical thing where I needed them. So I got to a
Yeah.
point to where I just started training without them and got used to not using them.
Good
Well, I
point.
love seeing it, man. I don't know if it was just a mental thing and a visual thing. I was like, man, my guy looks a lot healthier. He looks so fresh out there. He looks clean. So I don't know, but it was good.
No, that's solid because that does happen a lot, especially when it comes to ACL repairs and things like that. You have a brace, and it can limit that range of motion. It can limit a lot of things because that brace.
You
is
get so
horrible.
used to having to wear it that it feels like if I don't wear it, something bad's gonna happen. It's just one of those
Yeah.
mental things you have to get over. It's a crutch. It becomes a crutch eventually.
Exactly. And I was reading something also because a lot of people are scared to kind of push those limits, and you're doing the right thing. I mean, you're pushing through some of these situations. I mean, if you ain't broken, keep on pushing. But a lot of people get to that limit and then they stop and then they don't see progress. You got to keep pushing those limits to keep progressing. And that goes in the gym, but definitely because a lot of people, they'll go in there flowing. You're not going to see progress if you're not pushing. And that's what you've been doing, and you've been killing it, dude.
Thank you. I understand that you're not gonna see progress every day. Progress comes over time.
Yeah.
Just like with training and working out, there's some days I go out here and we spar and I get my ass kicked. It happens, but I don't let it bother me because I know that, it's just a day out of many days.
Yes,
But,
sir.
as long as I feel like I can get better in one area and I can grow, that it's never a loss, especially if I learn something.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, sir.
That's what I try to teach my kids, man. Because, you know, you're not going to win everything. It's okay to lose. Okay? Just learn from that loss. It's okay to fail.
Losses have made me better than winning has.
Boom. You learn
Yep.
and you keep pushing.
Yep.
Yes, sir. That's awesome, man.
Absolutely.
What is one thing that, okay, because I'm having trouble right now with my kids, and, you know, they're slipping up a little bit, okay? I don't know if it's school, and then they get, what is one thing that you would tell, like, a good way to discipline these kids without, you know, getting too carried away? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Were you a kid once? Did you slip up? It's gonna happen. They're people just like we are. You know, that's just like being a parent. You know, a lot of times we'll look back and we'll think about how hard our parents were on us, and we'll kind of hold resentment towards them for it without thinking that like they might have been winging it just like we are now. Because there's no book on being a parent. You just got to kind of roll with it. You know, and as a kid, you're going to make mistakes. And what better way for them to make mistakes than when they have parents that can guide them in the right direction and support them
That's true.
and say, hey, look, this is where you messed up. Now that you messed up, I let you mess up. So that way you can see that, hey, I'm here to help you. Now this is what you need to do to make adjustments moving forward.
See that? I got to remember that, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm too hard on these dudes. But yeah,
I mean,
that's dude.
be hard on them, but at the same time, be their safety net and let them know, like, hey, everybody makes mistakes. We're humans. None of us are perfect, especially us as parents. Because, you know, at the end of the day, as a parent, we're winging it. We're winging it.
True. I didn't read no book.
No, there is no book. I mean, really, it's just like, hey, here's a kid, do the best you can.
Yeah. And every kid's different.
I have 4 kids and not one of them are the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. Look at that. Wise words from the
Thank
champ,
you.
dude.
Alfred, you got anything you want to say to the people before we let you go?
I want to say thank you guys for having me again. It's always a pleasure to speak with you guys. Thank you to the community and everyone that supports me and comes out. And I hope that they continue to support these events that we put on, because at the same time, like, understand that it's not easy to put on these events. The promotion goes through a lot putting these events on, and a lot of times they do it for the love of the sport and the love of the people.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well, again, champ, thank you so much for coming on this podcast, brother.
Yes.
It's always a pleasure having you here, man.
Yes, sir.
And if you ever need anything, man, I'm here for you, brother. I hope to be doing some more stuff with you soon.
We will
So
be.
you take care of yourself and recover.
Yes,
And
sir.
cheers to health, my guy.
Cheers to health, brother. Y'all have a good night.
You too, man.
Yes.
Later.
Let's go, champ.